Good morning. What is going on, stylists from the back room? Here we go this week. This is the day after Thanksgiving. We are a little bit hungover. We're a little bit food coma'd over. We're a little bit whatever other word overed, partied out, familyed out.
Right?
Good morning, John. How are you? How did you survive?
I survived. I'm I'm grateful for a lot of things. And yesterday really proved I'm really grateful for my patience.
For your patience. Okay.
No, actually it was great. It was nice. We had a nice quiet one. It was fantastic. It was good.
This is what I'm grateful for, what yesterday proved to me. I'll show you. Is this right here.
Cookies. You son of a gun. Oh, you son of a gun.
This is what Thanksgiving is all about.
That's what you get.
Delicious cookies.
It broke. See?
I'm gonna eat it. I don't care. These
you
are freaking fantastical.
Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. My wife bought one of those paper bag apple pies.
Oh yeah.
And this one had like caramel all over the top of it.
Nice.
I just wanted to it wouldn't have been pretty if I would have been able to do what I wanted to do. But it was really good.
First into it. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I would have been like the dog. I would have had the plate pushed into the corner of the kitchen. But it was great. It was excellent. And now we're heading into the true holiday rush because the busy bus pulls up this time of year. But before we get into all of that, my friend, are you ready for your quiz?
Bring it on.
You're gonna cry.
This is not 1960s, 70s milady stuff, huh?
No, it is not. But you're gonna cry. I'm forewarning everybody. There is going to be complaining from Eddie about this quiz.
Are we in 81 now? Did we get out of the 70s and now we're into 80? But we're in 81.
All I'm saying is there's going to be whining and crying from Eddie. Okay, because he threw me down a rabbit hole last week, and I just followed it. So you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. What year was the first hairspray put on the market?
I've told you this before about the history questions. This is not Jeopardy, guy.
I told you.
Is this a multiple choice or do I have to guess like 1910 or something?
It's a multiple choice.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. 1950, 1935, 1966, or 1970?
Wait, when was the first hairspray invented or commercialized?
Was put on the market.
Okay. Hey, 35.
You are incorrect, sir. 1950.
Okay.
I'll give you a little history on it in just a minute because I have to ask you the second question.
Okay.
Who created the first hairspray?
Boom.
Are you ready? Alberto Culver, Paul Mitchell, Helene Curtis, or Steve?
Steve. Who Helene Curtis, and who was the other guy? Not Paul Mitchell. Who was the other guy?
Alberto Culver.
Yes. I'm going with Alberto Culver.
It was Helene Curtis. Helene
I
Curtis.
Okay.
Now, this all hairspray stems from actually World War II, believe it or not.
Okay. You're talking history. Now you're talking proper history over here.
Okay. What they did is they made a pressurized aerosol spray for all the soldiers to keep from getting bit by mosquitoes and stuff and getting malaria in the Philippines. And then Helene Curtis got a hold of the technology and said, why don't we put a fixative in here, and that's how it started. How about that for you?
I love how all the modern day conveniences that we have all came from some military use something or other.
Right?
It's fascinating to me. Innovation and technology, the advancements that we've made in warfare. This is why we have a $1 billion defense budget. This is why do you realize, I don't know if this is myth or if this is real. What's the Big Ben Tower in London?
The Tower of London.
The Tower of London. Well, was it commissioned at one point to be like the headquarters of the torturers to come up with newer devices to torture people during the Inquisition without killing them?
I thought, I was under the impression that that's where they used to hold executions and things like that.
Right.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong too.
I need somebody to fact check me, but I'm the Tower of London is in my mind. Torturing is in my mind. And that was just some dude's job all day, was to come up with new devices to hurt somebody without, painfully, without killing them. And we have so many modern day. This is where we got our massage chairs from, our lazy boys. But GPS was a military thing. Now it's Google Maps, for example, right?
Right.
It's right. So what? So bug spray. Bug spray was the original version of what hairspray evolved from.
Right. How cool is that?
But it's very cool.
Okay, here's your true or false question. True or false? In 1964, the Beatles had their own hairspray.
Did they sing Let It Be?
Yes, they did.
Can you let this history stuff let it be?
Nope. Nope. You threw me down a rabbit hole last week, and so here you are.
Okay, wait, what? They had their own hairspray made for them?
True or false? In 1964, the Beatles had their own hairspray where they marketed it. They marketed allegedly. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. The Beatles hairspray.
You know what? I want it to be true. I don't care if it's false. I just want it to be true. Why not?
It is true.
Hit me with the story on this one. I got to know the story on this one.
Wait. Recently, a can of the Beatles hairspray went up for auction for $10,000.
It's paraphernalia, man. It's history.
$10,000 for a can of the Beatles hairspray.
Okay.
Dig that. So there's a little I got a little more hair trivia for you.
Yeah.
You ready? Who made the first dry shampoo? Clairol, Coloré, Breck, or Pantene?
Wow, man, those are brands. Pantene?
No.
Yeah, man, I'm not.
The first dry shampoo was made in 1971 by Coloré, and they made it. Here, check. This is so cool. They made it for new mothers in hospitals who had just given birth because they couldn't shower.
Okay.
So that's where dry shampoo came from. So yeah, in 1971 was the first one for you. How about that?
That is cool.
It's super cool.
That is super cool.
And it was, I mean, it's evolved,
Just think about that. You're laid up in a medical bed. You can't move. Your best option is a sponge bath.
Right. But how do you wash your hair?
But how do you wash your hair?
Right.
Right. And this is, you're talking way, way back. This is before any form of aerosol dry shampoo was invented.
Right.
So then there's a question to look up: is when was the aerosol dry shampoo invented? Because that was all shakers back then.
Yeah. So dig that. Super
That's
cool,
true.
huh?
I complain about the history questions, like the Jeopardy questions, but then as soon as we start getting into it, I get all excited because I love history.
So since we're talking about history, and every year this day happens, the exact day that we're on right now, Black Friday.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit. Let's get into Black Friday behaviors.
Okay.
Because I this morning I flipped on the news while I was having my first cup of coffee, and there were people at a Walmart somewhere south. Literally, it was like a WWF cage match for some $55 TV.
Oh, that's awesome. That is great to hear. I'm so happy to hear that. People are going outside, lining up, getting ready to kill each other to get the deal.
I get the
That's
big
awesome.
stick is over.
Dude, I've been waiting for. I remember the first year the Tickle Me Elmo doll came out.
Dude.
Women were beating each other over this doll, over that toy. You remember that?
Oh, dude. But I can even go farther back because I, being, the ancient one that I am, with people brawling in toy stores over Cabbage Patch Kids. It's always the hot toy, but it was amazing to me. I couldn't help but watch, and I went, we kind of got to talk about this because I'm working today, and I have a full schedule, which is surprising to me. But I can't wait to hear how many of my clients were up at 2 a.m. to get the doorbuster deal or what have you.
It's okay. Here's why I'm excited about that, because you think about it now with technology as it is, you could just order anything online and get it.
Right.
Plus, a lot of companies aren't doing Black Friday anymore. It's Black Friday starts at, I don't know, Monday. It started on last Monday.
Right.
And it's going to go through all the way the rest of the month for some companies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like they have 2 weeks of Black Friday sale going on.
Right.
It's not just Black Friday anymore. But the fact that the day today is still traditionally that, it's amazing. That's awesome. I remember people, you'd be at Thanksgiving dinner, and then half the family would get up and start leaving. And like, where are y'all going? It's like, oh, we got to go camp out, get the tent.
Right.
Like a couple of hobos on the sidewalk in front of the store, just camping out.
Yeah. And they would get there at 9 o'clock at night, and there'd already be a line of people.
I'm telling you, it's wild. It's so wild.
It is.
I didn't think those days were going to come back, considering everything, we've gone through in this past number of years. And again, with technology improving in the way that it is, it's cool to hear that people are still doing that.
Oh, absolutely. I think
because wasn't it a couple of years ago? I think a lot of the big box stores, they were like, oh, the employees don't want to, we're just not going to open up in the middle of the night anymore. We want people to spend time with their families and stuff.
Right. See, I still remember some news reports when my kids were a little bit younger, and they were big time video gamers, and they'd release some video game always on Black Friday. I think one year it was like the first Call of Duty, and I still remember the video, the news footage of people in fist fights over these bins of video games, right? And I just marvel at it. So with that being said, what in the salon, in what we do, are you guys doing any Black Friday anything? Black Friday prices or Black Friday,
Sure.
Eddie
50% off all haircuts today.
Because you're not there.
75% off all hair color before noon. What time is it right now? Yeah, before noon.
No, but I'm talking about like with products or anything like that.
Yeah. 100% off all products today only.
I better get Sabrina on the phone.
Yeah, good luck getting Sabrina on the phone, right?
Are you guys open to? Are they open today?
We're not even open today.
Okay, yeah.
Last year we were open on Black Friday, and it was exactly that. Every client who came in, they were crabby as hell. Like, why? Oh, I'm exhausted. I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, driving here, driving there. One lady came in, she still had a black eye. One lady, she still had a fat lip. Like, what the crap happened? He's like, I beat the crap out of some woman. She was the last one in the bin, like you're talking about. It's like, why are you at the hair salon? You should be in the hospital right now. Urgent care is something, getting patched up. She's like,
Right.
I'm not losing my appointment. Okay.
Right. I last year I was open on Black Friday, and I was really surprised that I actually had clients because I thought they were going to drop off.
You get 50-50. Half the clients don't care.
Right.
And they'd rather be anywhere but home or shopping. And then you got another part of clientele who absolutely are excited for it, man. And they love going out and getting deals and stuff like that, So it's absolutely phenomenal. The Black Friday deals that I do is I'd always, when like in the prior years, I would always add on a service, or I would bundle, like if they were getting multiple services, I just throw in one of them just from my side, just because.
Because you're like Eddie from State Farm. You're bundling your services.
That's right. But now I'm mayhem. Now I'm the mayhem guy behind the chair.
I've been in the car with you. Yes, you are.
But it's like, call it customer appreciation, call it customer service, call it whatever the hell you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Call it Black Friday. It is what it is, right?
Right.
Everybody loves a deal. Everybody gets excited and remembers a deal of something. A little bit of that, kindness is just, it goes a long way. So yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Sure.
What are you going to, so since you are working today, what are you going to do today?
Everybody's getting a treatment today. They're going to get some kind of treatment.
What do you mean treatment? Like what kind of treatment?
I'm more than likely the handful of people I have coming in, they're all going to get microfusion treatments.
You plan on running behind schedule that much today?
But no, because the cool part about the microfusion treatment is you can leave them sit in the bowl for 5 minutes with it. Don't completely rinse it all out like Tony taught us, and then blow dry it into the hair, and it's like a treatment, and you're actually doing a treatment and a blow dry at the same time.
So you're planning on running behind so much that you're not even going to have time to rinse it out all the way. You're just going to kind of sprinkle some waters, get them in, and start blowing out their hair.
Well, I have to snitch. I know Granville's sitting right there next to you.
Yeah.
Ask him if he wants to come do some shampoos for some extra for some pocket money.
For some pocket money today, gonna do some shampoos. So even with help, you still plan on running that far behind that you're giving everybody a treatment today.
It is what it is.
How are you gonna position it? How are you gonna, like, have you thought about how you're gonna?
It's gonna be a verbal offer. It's gonna be a verbal offer. When we do our consultation, I'm gonna go, hey, it's Black Friday, as a gift from me to you for your patronage. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a microfusion, a little treatment today. It's gonna help your hair. Some microfusion treatment, and hopefully, you know what? If 2 of them come back, with their next touch up and go, hey, I want that treatment. How much is it? I consider this a win.
So you're going to do it very conversational.
Why do a hard sell on it?
Because it's Black Friday. Should do the monster truck Sunday voice.
How about I call you tomorrow when you're in the shop, and I want to hear you do the Sunday
I'll
voice.
freaking do it. Let's create one right now.
Okay.
Except it would have to be Friday, and obviously it's Friday today, right?
Yeah.
So then, okay, so we got Friday. We got microfusion,
Uh-huh.
special treatment because I appreciate you because you're the bestest client
Ever.
ever. Until in 10 minutes, my next client comes in and you hear me tell her she's the best client ever.
Right.
But for this moment right now, you're the bestest client ever and you are special and I love you. Until I don't.
When I have your credit card in my hand and I'm swiping it, you are the bestest ever. And don't forget to hit the tip. Don't forget to hit the tip.
No. You can't say don't forget to hit the tip. You have to say no. You have to do the BS that they do now. I'm just gonna turn this around and it's gonna ask you a question. Do you see this nowadays? When you go to pick up food or something, anything for that matter, when you go through a red light, the city comes over with a pad and asks you if you would like to leave a tip for using the intersection. It's out of control. It's so out of control.
Yesterday we went through a Dunkin' drive-through.
Okay.
I got a medium black coffee and Aaron got a small coffee. Okay. I think it was like, let's call it $4.28. The person asked me, well, I gave her a $5 bill. She's like, well, do you want me just to keep the change as a tip? Now, I may sound very greedy or whatever, but as someone who works very hard for tips, blow drying, doing everything we do for people to get a tip, for someone to hand me a cup of coffee through a window, you want a tip?
Perceived value, sir.
Having a hard time with that.
You know why? You know why you're having a hard time?
Well, if you ask my wife, it's because I'm cheap, but that's beside the point.
Because I got this yesterday. You, sir, don't appreciate maximum effort.
If your maximum effort is taking this cup of coffee and handing it to someone,
yeah,
you really need to reevaluate.
You don't know.
I do know.
You don't know.
I do know.
What if that was maximum? What if that person was a quadriplegic and it took maximum effort to push that cup of coffee across to get to you?
This person was not in a wheelchair, and she had enough shrapnel in her. She had enough shrapnel in her face. She looks like she survived a roadside bomb.
See that?
And
she's sitting here making you a cup of coffee.
Look, she had 3 earrings here. She had 2 earrings here. I wanted to ask her if she's planning on hanging a shower curtain, okay?
You know how many tips that takes to get those rings, man? You know, those are not those Claire's is not running a Black Friday deal on piercings. Okay.
I bet you they are. I bet you they are.
Come on, let's go.
So,
all right, hit me with your Black Friday pitch.
I'm lost. What are you talking about? Oh, what? Friday. Welcome to John's Black Friday deal, where the good ones ride. We're going to give you a special microfusion treatment, and you are going to come back and ask for more. There, you feel better?
I bet you,
about my dog,
guarantee you will get more than 2 people take you up on that offer.
Oh, I'm pretty sure most of my clients will, but that's okay.
We want a recording of you making that pitch to every single person today.
No, do not make me make recordings again. We found out last week what happens when we make recordings. And there will be a Christmas recording.
Let me help you at least cue it up before, so you know which button to press because it is painful.
Oh yeah, we'll get that. I just wanted to surprise you because you threw me under the bus so hard.
I
I
promise
had
I
to
won't
go
look,
somewhere
but
else
let me
with
at
that.
least help you cue it up, man. You and technology.
So, dude, I'm. That's why I have you. That's the only reason why you're here is because of technology. So, on the upside,
Yes.
we got to really talk. We got to really talk about two of the product lines that we represent. All Nutrient and Xenogen, because with everything that's going on in the world, and everybody's all freaked out about everything's going to cost more because of tariffs and blah 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 blah. We actually carry two products that are made right here in the good old lower 48 states, right? All Nutrients is made in New Hampshire, correct? And Xenogen is made, I'm drawing a blank, so you're going to help me.
Is it South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina?
Okay, so one of the Carolinas. But once again, we now, as Hair's the HTB Beauty, we carry two American made products. I mean, they're formulated, they're packaged, everything here in the US. I'm not wrong with this, right?
No. The bottling,
I am wrong.
So even further than that, research and development is done here. The manufacturing, production, the bottling, the final assembling, everything. It's really cool because a lot of companies will take their research, their R&D from somewhere else. These guys locally are doing their own internal R&D, or they'll get the bottling from somewhere else. No, these guys are getting the bottling locally as well too. And then some companies they'll produce everything, but then they'll send it out somewhere else to have it be assembled for the final product. So it's not just it's made in America. It is research and developed, manufactured, bottled, and assembled for final product, for final ship. Everything. And that is super cool. That part is super cool.
And once again, right here, so with I brought this up because of the everybody's got a surge of spirit, American spirit, over the past couple of weeks with everything that's gone on, socially. And just to let people know, if you're, looking for American made products, we have two of them, and two awesome American made products. All Nutrient, which is, the full color line. And then there's the retail line and down. And then Xenogen, which has just become such a monster in the marketplace.
You know what I've come to realize lately?
What's that?
The All Nutrient. A lot of people are not familiar, with how extensive the brand really is. Because when we say, "Oh, it's permanent color," or we usually introduce it as certified organic based color, and you're like, "Oh, does it cover gray?" It's like, are we still on that nowadays? Seriously? Like everything color is gray. What are you talking about? They're like, oh, so it's permanent color. Like it has, so like, does it have any, does it, like, how many shades does it have? It's like, it's over 100 different shades available. Like, oh, you have that many? It's like, are companies downsizing their color brands or something? Or is it just the idea of healthy doesn't exist in an extensive brand?
Yes.
So it's okay.
No, yes to your second part of that statement is that we're taught that with these quote unquote organic healthy lines, whatever, that it's very limited, and and because there's these demons that live in the darker colors, that'll melt your scalp off or what have you. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. But with that being said, yeah, there is that perception. You know what I mean? And they think we all wear freaking sandals and have dreadlocks too. When actually Tony and I are bald as heck. So
A couple of bald guys making hair color. What is wrong with this picture?
Well, Chuck's got nice hair.
Chuck's got a full head of hair. Chuck's got a full head of hair. That's why there's a full retail line, because he's got a full head of hair.
Well, I think Chuck's hair is scared of him and doesn't want to fall out.
How many products do you think it takes to wash his hair and style his hair? He goes through the shampoo and the conditioner. He definitely puts a protein complex and an oil cocktail on, I think. I'm hypothesizing.
I think you're forgetting about him putting the protonizer on first. And then
before he gets in the shower?
No, after.
Oh, and then after he gets out the shower, yeah.
Complex. And then probably a little bit of the raspberry freeze because Chuck wants to smell like raspberries.
Oh, but Daily Fix has got to go on too.
Oh, right. Or he might be a little frightened with about losing his hair at the age that he's at, so he might be putting a little name this stuff in there too to help build up the keratin in that hair.
We're gonna get our butts kicked so bad.
He's gonna fly here. He's flying here. There's gonna be a guy in a ghillie suit in your front yard, and
we'll take him for ice cream afterwards. He'll be happy. He'll be fine.
We'll bribe him with Chicago pizza and ice cream. We will. This is what we do.
It's awesome. And then Xenogen it really has become a monster product lately because they've got the new treatment now, the Eclipse, in addition to the Evolve and the Revolve. So now they got the Eclipse treatment, and then now they've got the dry shampoo and beard oil. They had just came out with Repericle spray and scalp serum last year. They just introduced the
and then
then
they have the dry shampoo.
And what was the other thing? Oh, the Flex Paste. The Flex Paste is fun. I like the Flex Paste.
I like it's so fun. Yeah. But you know what? I got a quick Xenogen story for everybody out there. I have a really great client. She's awesome. And she came down with the big C, with cancer, and she had to have some surgery, and then they started her on chemo. And she was freaked out that she was going to lose all her hair because they told her, you're going to lose your hair. You're going to lose your hair. And I made her a gift bag with the Repericle, with the serum, and also with the women's shampoo and conditioner. And I gave her one of the scalp stimulators, the stimulator brushes. And she just messaged me the other day about how, yes, she's had shedding from the chemo, but she seems to think that the shampoo and conditioner and everything that she's been, the Xenogen regimen that she's been doing has helped her at least keep some of her hair. And she's following the directions, because I told her, I said, you got to follow the directions. Directions are there for a reason. And so that's kind of a big shout out to Xenogen, because she now, I created a fan, and it helps her feel good about herself, which is huge.
We joke a lot, we goof off a lot, but we do that because, in all seriousness, we know we spend a lot of time looking into things and researching things. The treatment is so aggressive onto the body.
Yeah.
The body is reacting, and in its way of reacting, it's trying to rebalance itself out and protect itself.
Right.
It causes a lot of inflammation. And if you really, I don't know, like if just to appreciate what's happening there, because it's huge, you know, your hair shaft is only so big, and your hair strand has got to push through that entire shaft. Well, if you've got inflammation, and which turns into swelling, it starts choking down that hair shaft.
Yep.
So the hair strand can't fully push through anymore.
Right.
That's what causes thinning out. And if it's so swollen, if it's so inflamed, and you got buildup and everything else that happens, and your hair shaft is choked out, that's why excessive shedding occurs like that.
Right.
So for a product like Xenogen to be able to calm down and reduce and potentially eliminate for a lot of people that level of inflammation.
Huge.
It's why people are recognizing it as such a powerhouse nowadays.
It is.
And it's really sad, unfortunately, that a lot of people are being affected by cancer at the level that they're being. Unprecedented levels. Yes. I don't know if we just, we're able to detect it sooner. I don't know if the technology has improved. I don't know if people are just getting sicker. Unfortunately, I don't know what the answer is.
Not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV.
But we can't cure anything. We can't fix anything. We definitely are there, to go through that journey with the client as they're suffering through it.
Right.
But it's really amazing that there are products such as these, like the Xenogen that can help with the hair loss and the shedding. It's amazing that there's products like All Nutrient that, with the hair that you have left, at least you could still have some dignity and color it. And it's not going to burn your scalp or irritate, it's going to be more gentle and calm.
Right.
And like we got the brushes that have the gentle bristles, so it doesn't cause so much traction, so much tension and pulling.
Mm-hmm.
Or like we have the Keratherapy products that help replenish, moisture so the hair isn't brittle and dried out. And then the hair extensions, it was just can rebuild your hair back up again physically, temporary, It's wild. Cool. It's really wild.
For everybody watching right now and anybody that will watch this, how cool is it with our career choice that we've made that we actually can make a difference for someone?
Yeah.
And do things like that. Do things like we can change the way that they look at themselves in the mirror, especially when they're at their lowest. I think it's a gift. I think it really is a gift that we've been given. Yeah, we all break our backs. We stand for 12 hours at a crack, and have horrible diets and back pain and neck pain and
I have delicious diet.
Yeah, you and those cookies.
But how cool is it?
I know. You keep.
I can't get over these. These are amazing.
You keep staring over at them because you're like a 5-year-old. All you need is a big glass of milk.
So addictive. You have no idea how addictive these are.
But I just to finish that thought, I think that we really are gifted, and we are very lucky to be in the position that we're in, that we can actually help make life a lot easier for people. I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. And now, see, I stopped talking just as you took a bite. So you can't savor it. You got to swallow it so you can say something.
I'll take my time. I will take my time. I'll talk with my mouth full. I don't care. I'll just go like this. I have a what's the word I'm looking for? What does maximum effort mean to you?
No, I have a better one. You can't steal. You got to let me know when you're doing this.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just asking a question.
You're stealing my motivation.
Inquiring minds want to know.
What does maximum effort mean?
Yes.
Am I wearing my Deadpool suit or not? And do I have do I have Logan's skeleton or not?
You know what? If you were putting in maximum effort, yes, you would. You'd have all of the above.
You know what? Maximum effort to me is leaving by the end of the day, leaving nothing in your gas tank. You have done everything you possibly can do for the day. That's maximum effort. Taking care of your clients, taking care of your loved ones, you know, knowing that by the time I get home, I don't have time to even sit down and play EDF.
Oh no, that is, you really got nothing left in the tank.
No, and also, you know what maximum effort is knowing that I don't know Ascension. Okay,
You don't know Ascension. You really don't. You really don't. What's your motivation? I wasn't going to steal it from you. I just had to throw that in there.
yeah. Do you feel better about life now?
Man. I do. I think it's hilarious. I love it.
All right. So your motivational quote for the day, for the week, comes to us from Buddha.
Buddha.
He and I share the same physical attribute. And my dog is losing her mind. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. So basically what that tells you is where the mind goes, everything else follows, right?
And you must put in maximum effort.
And you must put in maximum effort. This is degenerated. I hope you are proud of yourself.
Look, man, with yesterday being Thanksgiving, okay, yeah. I've got it good. Nowadays, I've got it really, really good. I get to go over by my buddy's parents' house, and then I get to go to Carmelina's family's house. So I get to do Thanksgiving twice in one day. I get to do it early with my buddy's parents' house, and then at Carmelina's family, right? And at my buddy's parents' house, it obviously his parents, their siblings, my buddy's uncles and aunts and stuff like that, and then our buddies too. So like now it's grown. Now all the guys are coming over too. So my buddies, all of our buddies, and we're just sitting around and just nonstop poking at each other. It is just nonstop all the entire time. So much fun. Okay. It's a lot of fun.
No, this is Brian's parents?
Brian, yes. Okay. Brian's parents.
So just to clue everybody else in, no one pokes the way Brian pokes. You did not preface that well, because Brian could get a response from the Pope. Okay.
Yeah, Brian has a PhD in poking the bear.
And then you go to the Italian family, where poking is your way of showing love. Right?
So it's kind of like pre-gaming before the main event.
Yeah, you warmed up. You're all stretched out. You're ready to go.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. At least at Brian's parents, it's for fun. At Carmelina's families, it's like, it's the, how you call it? Like when two families have been feuded, the family feud.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
No, but Uncle Pete is cool as hell. Okay. I don't say, like, we do talk to each other. We don't talk much, but the little bit that we do talk to each other, it's always impactful. Like, at least to me. Yeah, to him, he's probably like, oh God, I got to talk to this guy for a minute.
Yeah. No,
he's funny as hell. He is so funny as hell, right? So I walk in and he goes, how do you take care of split ends? Cracking up. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. You tape them, you duct tape them, you glue them. He's like, nah, I learned. You cut them off. So I'm like, do you have any request, for tomorrow? He's like, maximum effort. So I'm sitting here eating cookies, poking you. We go to Carmelina's parents afterwards. I'm sitting around and I'm looking at everybody, they're all going back and forth with each other, right? It really is. If you're sitting there and you believe you are happy, if you decide you are happy, you are the only person in a family gathering enjoying yourself.
Right.
Because if you're going by what everybody else is telling you what you are, then you are the most miserable degenerate that has ever existed. And you should contemplate life's choices.
Right. You need to reassess all your bad choices that you've made. In their eyes. Absolutely.
And it's like, it's so wild how many people, when they're talking about like, oh, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? Oh, man, I got to go to this person's house. Oh, man, this person's coming over. It's like, well, but why? Well, it's family. They have to. Well, why? It's just the way it is. Well, who decided that? Why? I just want to keep the peace. What peace? There's nothing peaceful. There's nothing that sounds peaceful about this at all. And then, like, I don't know what to do because then people are like, oh, how was your Thanksgiving? I'm like, it was amazing. It was cool as hell. Yeah, I go to Brian's parents' house. I hang out with them. Fun. We're just goofing off the entire time, poking at each other, having a laugh. I go to Carmelina's families. The little kiddos are running around. Uncle Eddie, play with us. All right, go run around with the kiddos. Then you got like, man, the kids are growing up. Like even the older kids are growing up now. They're in college now. It's just like you just watching them over the years. Are you still playing? Are you still playing your little sport? Have you got to high school yet? It's like, no, it's my first year in college now. I'm like, oh, it's been that long already. And it's so fascinating to listen to them. They're all excited about what they're going to become. You're talking to the parents. How are things going? It's like,
Right.
Little Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. He's got a girlfriend now. Like, what?
Right.
He was scared of his shadow last time I saw him. He's got a girlfriend now.
I needed to record yesterday. My nephew and my wife talking, and my wife giving him advice about girls his age. It was some of the greatest material that I cannot even do justice to. But basically, to boil everything down, she told my nephew that all girls in his age, he's 20, all girls his age are crazy. I was dying. And I'm just looking at my wife, and then she looked at me and she went, "I'm not crazy. I know what you're thinking." I'm like, baby, I didn't say anything. I'm just sitting here. I'm eating. I'm full. I'm happy. There's an apple pie over there that I'm about to tear into. That's all I care about. But it was great. We had a great time. We brought the puppy to Thanksgiving at her sister's house, at their request, and she was the puppy was the star attraction for the day. I don't think there was a minute she wasn't getting attention, and right now she's probably sitting in her pen, and I'm going to get the dirty look when I walk out of this room of, you left me in here. I want to go back to the house where everybody petted me and gave me treats. So, but no, yesterday was fantastic, and it's true, it's true. It's what what you think is what you become, and I always go back to someone years and years and years ago, fresh out of beauty school, who looked at me and told me I didn't have what it takes to be in this industry. And then fast forward 15 years, you and I are in a room with 300 people, and this person is sitting front row, and you and I are up on stage doing our thing. And if I would have listened and I would have believed, you and I wouldn't be doing this thing every week we do.
Right,
so,
right.
And what you think is what you become. So
there was a great philosopher that once also along those lines said, I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am?
Right.
So something like every day I am. What is that? Something like that, right?
Is that the same guy that said a donut without a hole is not a donut, it's a Danish?
No. He said, I'm the real Slim Shady. Something Slim Shady. Something Eminem. I'm trying to quote lyrics from a song. I don't know rap music, so whatever Carmelina listens to.
I'm just waiting for the hand to come from your left and just smack you in the back of the head.
Oh, shut up, you crazy guy.
Tell Gramble, go ahead and just give you a shot to the head.
Right. I need one.
But so with that, I think we've covered everything we're supposed to cover this week, my friend.
We've covered everything we've got to cover. On htbbeauty.com, we have a couple of Black Friday specials going on this weekend. It's the first one we've done because now we've got the new website, and that's all we're going to keep talking about through the rest of the year is that we got the new website.
Forever.
But it's super exciting. And the fact that, among the many reasons why it's super exciting is the fact that we get to actually put a promotional sale like this. We've never done one of these before. So deep discounted above and beyond the regular discounts that we've done. These are actually custom bundles that we've put together. So that's super, super huge,
Yeah.
And it's just, we wanted to have today to just goof off and have some fun.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
Yeah. If you are a professional, register on the website with all your information. And that'll also open the door to some special pro deals that are going to be coming your way soon.
Yeah, we were just talking about those this morning, and we're talking about new videos that we're going to be uploading on there in the next week or two. So like that's the plan is every month to load up a couple of new tutorial videos, new education videos. And I just have to also, I'm thankful for all of the people who watch HTB, or watch us on SFTB, but then who also deal with us through our education at HTB, because a lot of this has been put together by user request. Like we have fun doing this, but this is everything we've always done has always been because we interact with you guys that watch so much. So we really appreciate you guys. So thank you.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you every week. And we like the input that we're getting back from you guys about my dog being too loud and some other things.
Next week we are doing special edition historical hair. Led by the one and only quintessential beauty queen herself,
Carmelina. Oh. Guys, thank you, and we'll catch you this same time next week. Come join us, have some fun.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you later.
The SFTB podcast was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, so thanks for joining us for today's episode. If our hair topics made you smile, give us a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll read them while waiting for our caller to process. Share this video with your stylists and friends. It helps us make a difference, one strand at a time. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because your hair deserves all the latest and greatest tips.